Okay, today I'm going to introduce you to a really handy tool to develop Twilio apps using Twimlets and chaining Twimlets together. You may not be aware that there is code out there where you can basically hook up, generate some code and hook up to Twilio's PHP code to make your apps. And you do that by going to twilio.com/labs. Let's go back here. Actually, if you go to labs.twilio.com, you'll get there just the same. Okay, so when you get to the first page, what you'll want to do is click on Twimlets. And Twimlets are, as they say, tiny web applications that implement voice functionality. So the cool thing is you can actually chain these together, or you can have them interact with Twimlebins. Some of the other videos that we've been doing as far as constructing little apps with Twimlebins, and so I'll be doing a bunch of little apps that are useful for you using Twimlets, and I'll show you what's available here. You can build forward Twimlets, find me Twimlets, SimulRing, which will ring up to 5 numbers simultaneously. The first person to answer is connected to the call. So what you want to do is think of how you can use these in the offline world for clients and for yourself, because you can have a voicemail, you can have an ad and have a certain number point to a voicemail, which will leave a message and it'll email the auto recording to a specified email address. Here's a real cool one, a simple menu, and I'll be doing a bunch of things with this simple menu and interacting with Twimlebin apps as well. Simple message will play audio files, or it'll say things, or a combination of both. Call me is a simple version of SimulRing. Echo outputs Twiml passed in the URL, so you can build little apps that place outbound calls. And then we did a conference call as well before, but you can do that with a Twimlet, sorry, and hold music as well. So you can have hold music in your conference so that people hear a message and then they hear hold music as well. So tons and tons of stuff you can do with all these little things. And for example, let's just take the voicemail one. Let's say you want to build something for yourself where you have a Twilio number and you want to use it in a specific ad. You just want calls to come in and you want the person to leave a voicemail and then have the voicemail sent via email. So the parameters that you can send are to any email address. You can send a message and you can actually transcribe that message as well. So you can read the example uses there, but let's just try it out here. Let's say you have your the way to build a simple Twimlet is to just enter your stuff here. So this is you at yoursite.com, or this could be a client. You might want to set up a simple thing for voicemails to come in for a client. I'm not quite sure if you can email multiple email addresses. I'm sure it's done. I actually asked Twilio. I'm waiting for an answer back on that. So it would be nice to be able to send to like 3 different people, and people could get messages. Let's say you set up an offline client to take calls, and then you let's say you send it maybe insurance quotes or something like that. People could ask for insurance quotes, leave a voicemail, and it could be sent to 3 insurance agents, and they could get back to that person, or realtors, whatever. You just figure out stuff and you can make stuff. So here's the message. You can either type a message, or I would use an HTTP URL. So http://yoursite.com/audio/voicemail greeting. This is just an example. .mp3. So when somebody calls, they're going to hear that, and that could just be you. Just make that in Audacity and then upload it to your server like that. Now, do you want it transcribed? I would imagine you maybe do. Just put true. And what happens is you just get a long URL. So all I need to do is copy that URL and then head over to your Twilio account. See, I don't have my Twilio account open. Maybe I do. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Head over to your numbers and click on a number, and you're going to paste that right here. Paste that in the voice request URL, and then you're going to change this to get, not post, but get, because it's going to get that code and it's going to execute it. So that's basically it. That's a simple voicemail functionality, And there are tons in here. So I'll be covering some of these, and the cool thing is you can chain these together, or you can chain these to other URLs, such as your Twiml bins, or even your OpenVPX URLs as well. So I hope that helped you and gave you a lot of ideas to think of stuff that you can use these for. Remember that these things really aren't useful unless you can find an application for them, so to speak, and sell them. So put something together and show somebody that you can help them generate calls. You can transcribe their calls, whatever it is that you want to do for an offline client.